Allen just threw the potentially game-winning touchdown. Currently, we are getting set to go for two here. All right. Here we go. We're going for two, trying to make this a three-point game. And we're denied. Tried to run it with Javonte Williams, and Denver gets denied. So it is still a one-point game. Vikings have 1:03 left and three timeouts, I believe. Yep, 3 timeouts. Minnesota has a chance. I know we would have felt a lot better right now if we would have gotten that 2-point conversion. Let's go, Devils! All right, Broncos country. We got a really, really critical set of events getting ready to go down right here. They're getting ready to kick off. All right, here we go. Will Lutz set to kick it off. Denver Broncos offense has struggled at most points throughout the game, mostly due to penalties. Now we need our defense to come up big here, guys. Fair warning, it's gonna get loud. What's going on, Five Nights at Freddy's? All right. Oh no, incomplete. And complete. All right. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuned in so far. Second down. Need a big stop. 58 seconds left. Dobbs takes the snap, fires to the outside. He's got a completion. That is Jordan Addison. Addison out of bounds near the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Vikes. Oh, no, not yet. They're saying third down. Third and short. Mile High Stadium, rocking and rolling, guys. Looking for the first down, and I think he got it. Looks like Josh Dobbs died for it, and they're probably going to give him the first down. Let's go, Jess. Welcome in, and yep, that does indeed appear to be a first down for Josh Dobbs. Minnesota takes a timeout. Or are they saying it's fourth? Are they saying fourth down? Because the down judge marker says first down, but no, they're flipping it. It's fourth down. It's fourth down. All right, it's 4th and 1. Stadium is getting loud. Making sure I didn't lose my glove. All right, 4th down. Denver needs to stop. This is the ball game, guys. Come on. And quarterback sneak, Josh Dobbs. That'll move the chains. Minnesota has 2 timeouts. Wouldn't be surprised if they spent one here. And the stadium goes silent. Josh Dobbs converts on the QB sneak. Minnesota with first down, 41 seconds left at the 36-yard line. Broken up by Justin Simmons looking for TJ Hawkinson. Incomplete! Second and 10, 36 seconds remaining. Hit there by Zach Allen, no flag. It's third down. 28 seconds left. Incomplete! Man, Dobbs lucky to get that one away. Third down. 2 more stops. Shaking. Blitz coming. Joshua Dobbs stays on speed. Grounding. That's intentional grounding. That is intentional grounding. Intentional grounding, baby. That's going to be a loss of down. Flag is down. That is intentional grounding. I didn't see a receiver in the area. We got Takiri Williams in the house. Good to see you. That's a new name. Welcome in. Welcome to the channel. We're trying to close out this win here, Broncos country. It is indeed intentional grounding. Let's go! That was a loss of down. Third out and 25. All right. Third and 25. Looking, Dobbs sends it skyward, incomplete, no flag, 4th down. Let's go, man, let's go. 4th down. Oh, was that 4th down? Oh no, that was 4th down, let's go. I thought it was 3rd down, that was 4th down. Denver's gonna win it. Let's go, guys. We got the win. Couple of kneel downs will officially win the. Couple of kneel downs will officially end it, guys. Hey, man, great game. There we go. After a 1-5 start, the Denver Broncos are 5-5. Let's go! No walk of shame today, baby. I thought it was going to be close. Oh, sorry guys. All right. Jess says Vikings are in shambles. Yes, they are. All right, cheers, guys, to a little victory Mountain Dew. Let's go, baby. Let's head down. Absolutely awesome win, guys. It was ugly. It took every single second, but we got it done. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah, we get a much needed win. Offensively, we continuously shot ourselves in the foot with penalties. But when it comes to the end of it, we overcome those penalties. Garrett says, let's go, Vikings can scold these nuts. And just as we win, guys, the rain is starting to come down here at Empowered Field at Mile High. Right as we win. The weather cooperated the entire game, and right when the fat lady sings. That's right, party time, jump around, baby. Let's go. Yeah, that was wild. After party time, jump around, let's go. It is an absolute cluster right now. We're just trying to get out of the... No Russ hate for me tonight. What can you say? He did it. I agree. Hell, even if we lost, there wasn't going to be much Russ hate for me tonight. I thought he played well. He really did play well tonight. Especially considering the offense kept trying to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. Rain confetti. That's right, Jess. All right. And now Broncos country doing that skull chance. Let's go, baby. A massive win for the Denver Broncos. All right. We're heading down, guys. Down to our little bar area. A beautiful night for football, Broncos country. And we got the much needed win. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. I'm going this way. Excuse me. Sorry. My fault. All right. Party time in the Mile High City, baby. Let's go. Excuse me. Sorry. We'll hang out here on the field for just a few minutes. Joaquin says, such a nail biter. Yes, it was. It was a nail biter. But at the end of the day, man, Denver comes in clutch. Excuse me. Excuse me. I mean, when the Vikings took it down there, it definitely made you nervous, but we were able to hold on. How about Russell Wilson and Cortland Sutton there? And then obviously, you know, the missed 2-point conversion gave Minnesota that chance there. They couldn't convert it. And then intentional grounding on 4th down by Josh Dobbs helped seal it. Way too many penalties offensively. Way too many penalties, especially when we were down in the red zone there. We could have had even more opportunities. Bronco fan of the house saying, this is why I love football. The Dark Green Marine says Sutton is him. Garrett says, love this team. We need to keep Sutton. Silence the doubters. Russell couldn't agree more, man. Russell Wilson silenced the doubters tonight. It was absolutely awesome. All right, take my little vest off here, but absolutely awesome. Thanks for a lot for taking our streak. Hope we bounce back against the Bears. Absolutely, Mr. Unholy. I mean, you guys had a really good game, put up a really big fight. Vikings are going to be a really, really tough team to contend with this year, but Denver able to get that win. An incredible catch by Cortland Sutton there. I'm glad the fate of our game was in the defense's hands, and the defense did have a couple moments where they struggled there. I mean, especially after they got put in negative positions because the offense couldn't really do anything. But at the end of the day, the defense was able to do what they had to do to get the much-needed win. We create too much turnovers. Y'all got lucky. We did get lucky for sure. Absolutely. And now we got it's raining men rocking and rolling here. Just a light little mist falling. Luck is a skill also. It is. I couldn't get KOA radio, had to listen to another YouTube. Missed this group in your coverage. We will be back in 2 weeks for streaming. We'll be streaming the Houston Texans game on the road, but obviously this game here at home. Let's go! This game here at home, and then next week at home as well against the Cleveland Browns. We win that game against the Cleveland Browns, guys, which is going to be a much tougher outing, especially with their defense. But if we win that game, after starting off 1-5 Broncos country, we could be at 6-5. All right, guys, you know what? For fun, let's go over to the Sunday Night Football postgame. Let's go hang out over there, why don't we? Have a great night, Mr. Unholy, also known as A-Rules. Take care, bro. Tough loss for Minnesota, that's for sure. All right. We're headed over to the Sunday night post game. We might as well go check that out real quick. We were looking for you on Sunday Night Football. I'm on the opposite side. I'm walking over there right now to where the Sunday night post game is.
They did.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
It's like
Try to get out of this whole mess here. Garrett scares me. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw, next week we got Joe Flacco on the Cleveland Browns practice squad, so the Joe Flacco revenge match next week. This is what it feels like to be a Broncos fan. We will remember this. 100% Joaquin. This is Denver Broncos ball. Nathaniel Hackett's Broncos never would have been able to overcome their deficit. 20-15 under Nathaniel Hackett would have been insurmountable. But with this team, able to overcome that, man, absolutely huge. And then defense seals it at the end for us. Been a Broncos fan since 1976. Right on, Jeff. Dark Green Marine says, I see at least 5 minimal games coming up as starting right now. Absolutely. You know, we got Cleveland next week, Houston after that. Then I believe the Chargers, then Detroit. Patriots, Chargers again, and then Raiders. I think we can get it done. Gabe says, damn, I bet that crowd went insane on the touchdown. I wish so bad to be there. It was insane. We had some technical difficulties. I tried to get my live reaction for the touchdown, but wasn't happening. All right, guys, I'm going to flip my camera because right there is Sunday Night Football postgame. Jack Collinsworth, Tony Dungy, Rodney Harrison, Fluco and Raheem. Oh, God. Why you have to trigger Broncos country like that? We jumped 4 spots in the conference today. Absolutely huge. Trust me, tonight we'll be doing a little simulation here. Best scenarios for the Broncos to make the playoffs. Tonight's win was a big part of that. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Again, man, tonight's win was a massive part of that. Sunday Night Football postgame right now. Tony Dungy, Rodney Harrison, Jack Collinsworth from a now suddenly rainy Denver. So awesome to have a win on Sunday Night Football. Jeff says 100%. 100%. Broncos country, this one's one of the better feeling ones. Cleveland quarterback will choke under pressure. As long as our defense brings pressure, we will lock that game down. Again, man, with Cleveland's defense, that is going to be a very tough outing for us. All right, guys, we're heading in. wipe you guys down real quick there. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, not you. I'm talking my live stream. Okay, guys, just give me 1 second here. Okay. We are headed to our usual post-game spot, guys. 41 people in the house. Dub Broncos, fuck the Raiders, Alex Smith says. Mims made that screen work. Too bad Atkins had a hold on it. Let's go! And that was a key play for us, guys, because again, we would have been able to convert on that screen, but unfortunately there were a couple penalties there. Obviously that holding on Atkins, and then the ineligible man on Garrett Bowles. That was a formational error. That was one we'll actually kind of have to break down, because it was one where Garrett Bowles didn't have to report, contrary to some of the stuff that I saw on Twitter, because it was a very unorthodox formation. Best Broncos channel on the planet. Thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate that. But again, guys, with a win today, Chargers lost, Raiders lost. We are now second place in the AFC West, and right in the thick of the AFC playoff picture now, guys. The Denver Broncos, again, after starting the season 1-5, have willed their way to a 5-5 record. We have now won 4 games in a row, guys. Let's go. All right. Here we go, guys. Let's rock and roll. Judy's fake pass screen. Green says, please subscribe and smash the like button. 100% please do. I don't see the Chargers beating us twice. DJ says, hell, the way the Chargers are playing, I don't see them beating us once, honestly. Second place and beat KC once already. That's the best situation for the Broncos to be in. D-Rock says, Gage, what's the vibe in the city? Oh, the vibe's awesome. Broncos country's fired up. Just like with the Kansas City game, we didn't have to hear all the Chiefs fans with their Tomahawk Chop chant. After this one, we don't have to hear the Skull chant. That Marvin Mims face mask really hurt. It did. That was a big penalty. That was another penalty where the Broncos shot themselves in the foot on offense. But ultimately, again, they got that turnover. Let's go! Let's go! They got that turnover on downs there at the end, which was absolutely critical for them. Man, the turnovers we've created in the past 3 games, and this is a true testament, I feel like, to the notion that turnovers come in bunches. It may take a while for us to get those turnovers, but when they do come, they come in bunches. We've seen that now time in and time out with this team. We struggled with the turnover battle earlier in the season, and now again, guys, 3 turnovers today, I believe. 12 turnovers in 3 games. Turnovers are Broncos gold. And again, last year's iteration of Broncos, let's go! You can hear that stadium fired up, guys. Absolutely love to hear this. But I'll say it again, guys. Last year's iteration of the Broncos would not have won this game. They would have crumbled as soon as the score hit 20-15. We stayed resilient. Yep. Nothing better than fighting through adversity, and Lord knows we've had plenty, Jess says. So proud of our boys. Justin Simmons saved our butts on that last drive. Antelope says, roar Broncos country. Sounds awesome. Let's go Broncos. Oh, it's fantastic, man. This was one of the loudest I've heard Mile High in some time, and also it was packed to the gills. There were only like 2,000 no-shows or something like that. Broncos country showed out tonight, and the team showed up for them. We've now got a 2-game winning streak, actually, on Sunday Night Football, dating back to the San Francisco game last season, so that's really cool. Next week, guys, we got a really big test with the Cleveland Browns coming in here. Them passes to Samaje will slaughter the Browns, DJ Capo says. I'm really thinking Samaje is pleased with his role that he got today. I know that Samaje Perine has wanted to see the ball in some of these situations, so it was good to see Samaje get a more extended role today. I bet he's really happy about that, and we saw the results. Unfortunately, with my guy Jaleel McLaughlin, I love him, but whenever he's on the field at this point, the defense can pretty much key in on him getting the ball. So I really feel like the Broncos needed to utilize Samaje Perine more in this game, and I'm really, really glad that they did that. Antelope says Broncos will win 20-13 next week against Cleveland. Sure hope so, man, because Dorian Thompson-Robinson will be the Browns' starting quarterback. He kind of struggled today a little bit against Pittsburgh, but he did come through when it mattered most. Denver riding a 4-game winning streak. If we could get another win next week in the AFC against Cleveland to get us to 6-5, that'll really give Denver a bunch of breathing room in terms of what games they can win and lose. If you look at their schedule right now, the Denver Broncos realistically can afford to lose the Detroit game because they're in the NFC, and they can also afford to lose either the Texans game or the Browns game, one or the other. I think it's more realistic that they beat the Cleveland Browns over the Houston Texans, just with how the Texans have been playing recently. I think that Houston game, especially being in Houston, is going to be on the road here. Great win by us, and McGlinchey is making me eat crow, and I love it. Absolutely. McGlinchey played really, really well. Offensive line on the whole played really, really well. Broncos probably won't slaughter anyone with this offensive line, but if they keep it close, anything's possible. I got so hyped on the Sutton touchdown catch. The whole stadium did. Everyone was shocked. Robert says no false start, I think. No false starts, no delay of games. Those were nice, but we did have some holding penalties on offense that got us. Obviously, the ineligible man on Garrett Bowles where he didn't report. That was a bad problem for us. Again, that one was one where the Broncos were trying to run an unorthodox formation by lining up Garrett Bowles to the right side of Mike McGlinchey and have Russ QB sneak behind them. But, again, guys, just with how that formation was, Bowles didn't know that he had to report as eligible. That's something that needs to get cleaned up in coaching if the Broncos are going to utilize that formation again. Yes, I'm glad Peyton is not being so predictable with the play calling and got Perine involved. That predictability destroyed us with Can't Hack It, absolutely. And we've seen that with Nathaniel's offense now in New York, so that's very obvious that it is a Nathaniel Hackett issue. Joaquin says, Gabe, thank you, Gage, for your live reporting. Such an awesome time to be a Broncos fan. It is, man. It is, and I have to learn to start having some more faith in this team, because there was a point there where I was really damn sure that we were going to lose this game. When we got down, I believe it was 20-15, or coming out of halftime, really, when we went 3 and out, that was when I really was like, you know what, we're probably going to lose this game. But we stayed resilient, we fought our asses off, we stayed disciplined, and ultimately, guys, we came away with the dub tonight in one of the most unlikely scenarios. Jarhead, thank you so much for the 10 bones, my friend. I really appreciate you. Russ is clutch as F. Love these games. Remind me of Tebow time. It really does kind of have sort of that Tebow vibe to it, you know, and obviously first year of the Sean Payton era. The Tebow year was the first year of the John Fox era, where we were coming off of 2 of the worst head coaches in the team's history, in Josh McDaniels and now Nathaniel Hackett. It really kind of does have a little bit of those 2011 vibes, doesn't it? Let's go, DJ, all the way from Louisiana, showing that love. Jess says, keep the faith, and that's something that I even have to get better at, because I was very convinced, again, that the Broncos were going to lose this game. Joaquin, thank you so much for the 5 bones, my friend. Really appreciate you. Says, go Broncos. But, again, just like Jess says, I have to do a better job of keeping the faith. And right here, I saw a comment that said no interceptions either. That's absolutely a big thing. 11-7 record, playoff bound, says Robert. Losses to the Browns and the Lions. I'm almost there with you. I have a loss to the Texans instead of the Browns, but I'm pretty much right there with you. The Tebow era was the worst for my stress level. It was, and that's when I really started to get in and more emotionally invested on the Broncos. I've been a Broncos fan since I was 6, back in 2006, but that was the years that I really started to get really invested in the Broncos, those Tebow years. So I can totally sympathize with that one. We got Broncos country absolutely fired up exiting the stadium, guys. Absolutely fired up. Let's give the credit to our coaching staff, Tony says, 100%. Defensively, I thought we did have some issues stopping the run, especially earlier on in the game and in the early part of the second half as well. But credit to Vance Joseph. The Broncos were able to force the Vikings into making some critical mistakes, including turning it over. Unfortunately, that penalty there on Garrett Bowles, or I can't remember if it was the Garrett Bowles penalty or the Marvin Mims penalty. That one got us there, which was kind of stucky. Antelope, good, have a good one, man. See you later. Houston hasn't really played any good defenses other than Baltimore, Broncos fan says. All right, so you never know, man. This could be the game that we're making C.J. Stroud look uncomfortable. That's how we're going to have to win this game. Stroud is looking Hall of Fame worthy. 2006, yep, I'm a younger Broncos fan. I was born New Year's Eve of 1999, so definitely a younger member of Broncos country. I really got in on the Tebow years, but before that it was the Jake Plummer, Jay Cutler years, all that stuff. So happy to be getting some wins again. Joaquin says, it feels good, man. It sure does feel good. I can't remember the last time the Denver Broncos won 4 games in a row. I mean, Jeff says that babyface shows. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, guys, I cannot remember the last time that the Denver Broncos had a 4-game winning streak. Hell, I don't know if we ever even have in the post-Peyton Manning era. So this is one that I'm definitely going to savor, even if it ends next week against Cleveland. Just the fact that we've won 4 games in a row. You saw the drive live? That's insane. That is insane, man. I would have loved to have been able to experience some of the older Broncos. 2016, that was the last time we won 4 in a row. Yep, that sounds about right. So that was the first year post-Manning. I guess we should thank Miami, actually, Broncos fan says. They knocked some sense into the team. They really did. There were a lot of changes made after that Miami game. Obviously, shipping out Randy Gregory and Frank Clark, shipping out Essane Bassey, starting Jaquan McMillan, starting Fabian Moreau. It was really that Miami game again that provoked a lot of big changes on defense. I still think that once P.J. Locke returns from his injury, that he definitely deserves to be the starter ahead of Kareem Jackson. I thought that Kareem played okay, but he still had a couple of bad beats out there. And then he had another hit at the beginning of the game that I'm not going to be surprised at all if he hears from the league office from, because apparently the NBC broadcast said it should have been an illegal hit and should have been a penalty. I'm going to go back and review that as soon as I get back in the studio, because I didn't really get a very good look on it from the replay. I was trying to look at TVs in the suites, because I was right above the luxury suites. And so I was looking at the TV trying to get a better look at it, and I still couldn't see one. But apparently it was a penalty, or should have been a penalty, so that one's rough. Mile High No Fly Zone says, much love, broski. Love your videos. Appreciate it, man. I'll be in Houston if you need a man on tonight. 100%. I will let you know. That'd be awesome. I'm starting to agree with you about Locke. Jeff says, yeah, man. Unfortunately, K-Jack gave up a couple big plays today. And right now, I just feel like P.J. Locke is providing a higher level of play than Kareem Jackson. So I just think that at this point in time, the Denver Broncos have got to just play the better player, especially when you're still trying to figure out who's going to be a part of this defense for the long run. And we certainly know that that isn't going to be Kareem Jackson at age 35. Might as well see if P.J. Locke can be the Broncos' starting safety moving forward, because I think we saw a definite drop-off in the defense's overall performance today with having P.J. Locke, or with having K-Jack in there over P.J. Locke. So as much as I like K-Jack as a leader in this locker room, I can also recognize that at the end of the day, it's probably best for the Denver Broncos to move on from Kareem Jackson. So that's kind of where I am there. I also saw Elway throw an interception to Lawrence Taylor to pretty much lose the Super Bowl in '86. Ouch. Yeah, that's brutal, man. I'm hoping that I could witness a Super Bowl live someday. That would be absolutely awesome. Obviously, got to witness Super Bowl 50, but it'd be cool to actually be in person, in-house for that game. That'd be really, really cool. I have yet to attend a game not in this building here at Mile High, so I really want to try to get to a road game. It'd be really, really awesome if I could go to a Super Bowl. That'd be awesome. That Super Bowl sucked. Lawrence Taylor was the difference maker, changed the whole league. Yeah, that one was a little bit before my time. Gage, I'm going to link you to a video breakdown of the KJ hit on your community tab in case that gives you a head start. Thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate that. That does help a lot. So that'll probably be something that we break down as soon as we get home. I'll probably be cutting this stream maybe a little short, guys, because I don't know what the deal is with these night games, how long they let us hang out here inside the stadium and all that stuff. So we'll probably be heading out within the next 5-10 minutes or so, and we'll be heading home to get some videos done, guys. But this was just such an awesome environment tonight here at Mile High. I mean, there was a little bit of nip in the air, a little bit of coolness in the air. Just the crowd noise was incredible. I'm sure that the camera shook many, many times on the Sunday Night Football broadcast, especially on third down there in that fourth quarter. I mean, that last play there, the intentional grounding, I had thought that it was on second down where he had that grounding, so I thought they were going to get another play. I thought that it was going to be, turn into fourth down, but nope, turns out that was fourth down, so that ended the game right there. I always went to Burger King behind the stadium for a couple hours before driving to my motel. Nice. I don't think we deserve to win this game, to be honest. I'm actually surprised, but not excited. We didn't deserve to win this game. We definitely didn't. But at the same time, man, I said it before, we would have saw in previous iterations of the Denver Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett's Broncos in particular, absolutely flop over and die. We would have seen them completely give up and throw the towel in. We didn't see that with this team. We actually saw this team show some resilience, some fight, and that was a big, big, big difference maker for us in this game. Tony says, still not crazy about the offense, but they're getting the job done right in the nick of time, and they're actually showing some grit as well. Sean Payton is earning his money, 100%. I think we can again completely establish that Sean Payton was the right hire. He's got this team in such a good trajectory. Just like Jeff said, the culture is changing, and that's something that's so good to see. That this team actually believes that they can go out there and win. So, do you think we see Sutton being traded at the end of the season or renewing his contract? I wouldn't be surprised if they approached him to renew his contract, because Cortland Sutton has proven that he is a big, big part of this team. So, I mean, I think at this point you extend him. It's so sad that Broncos Nation has come to accept the occasional big win. I mean, at this point, though, we've arguably ripped off 4 big wins in a row. So, there you go. I mean, at this point, it's probably not even really the occasional big win. We've ripped off several in a row now. Green says, yeah, it's my favorite color. It's nothing medical or recreational. Gorgio says, Sutton is a sideline magician, 100%, man. We saw him with that first catch down the sideline, and then obviously the catch in the end zone. And they broke the Vikings win streak. The Vikings were a very hot team. I thought Josh Dobbs, on the whole, played really, really well tonight. Yeah, the Vikings, hats off to them, man. They played a really, really good football game. But at the end of the day, man, it was all about Denver rallying at the end when they needed to, and they eked out a very, very big win. Any win in the NFL is a great feat, Joaquin says, and I totally agree with that. I mean, just think about this, guys. We have already matched our win total from last season, and we're only getting ready to head into Week 12. That is insane. We've gotten that monkey off our back at the very minimum. I'd be completely surprised if the Denver Broncos finished with double-digit losses. I think at this point, 8-9 is kind of the floor for this team. And still, man, I think that there are several more wins on this slate. Imagine Sutton and Lockett in the same team. It'll never happen. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. It'll never happen, but maybe, yeah, man. Sutton was crazy. Jeff, I read the Casper Star Tribune, if it was right. named in Casper, Wyoming. I left in 2002, so everything is different. My memory sucks. 5 in a row is great, but it doesn't shake off the pain of giving up 70. I think the only thing that'll truly shake off the pain of giving up 70 is if we meet the Dolphins in the playoffs and we beat them. I think that that's the only way that we can truly shake off that 70 burger. But also, at the end of the day, man, that 70 burger is what provoked the defense to make some really, really big-time changes, obviously, and that's why this team's performing at the level that it is now. So I feel like that was really rock bottom for this team that needed to happen. And when it happened, there was only up to climb for the Denver Broncos. And since that point, guys, we've only lost 3 games. So we're doing something clearly right here. 70 is history. We're moving on 100%. We are moving on. We have moved on. I mean, hell, Nathaniel Hackett's Broncos would have thrown in the towel and gone into Cancun mode after that 70 burger. The Broncos utilized that to make themselves better, and that's why the Denver Broncos are where they are right now. Let's go, hey! Yeah! Love this, man. Love seeing Broncos country fired up like this. Just an absolutely awesome vibe here in the stadium. The Chicago comeback looks so big now. It really does, man. That was the big turning point. I say that the Miami game was kind of rock bottom. I think that also rock bottom was the Broncos losing the way they were to the Chicago Bears, but the way that they were able to rally, that was kind of a microcosm for how this whole year has been, quite frankly. We've rallied in the short term, we've rallied in the long term, and now we sit here, guys, with a 5-5 record, chance to make our record above 500 if we get a win next week. Broncos have the longest win streak in the NFL right now with 4 games. Let's go. We ended the red-hot Vikings streak. I just cannot believe that this team is showing the resilience and the fight that they are. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of Russell Wilson for the way that he's played. I thought Russell Wilson played a really strong game today. I think that this whole operation here, man, it's just absolutely incredible to see where the team has come after that Miami game. I don't really know what to say about the hit on Dobbs. I'm still concerned about Kareem Jackson. He's going to cost us some plays, especially the way the refs keep looking at Jackson. 100%, and wouldn't be surprised at all, unfortunately, if Kareem Jackson hears from the league office after this one. They're trying to really get Kareem to stop these kind of plays. I haven't seen a great view of it. I want to go and take a look at it. So I can't really comment on if it was indeed an illegal hit or not, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. I like how Wilson hasn't turned the ball over since the Jets game, if I'm not. I believe you're correct on that. And again, Russell, I believe, did have 1 turnover in the Kansas City game here. So I think he did have a turnover in that one, but on the whole, Russell's performance has been really, really strong. I know I've kind of bagged on Russell a little bit, saying the team should move on from him and try to get out of that contract at the end of the year, but right now, I got to give Russell his flowers. He played really, really well today. Helped the Broncos overcome those penalties on offense and just the overall self-inflicted wounds. Some of Russell's play creation was big for us. I thought on the day, offensively, it certainly wasn't perfect, but we got our you-know-what together at the key time. The rock bottom was when our coaching staff was clearly sabotaging our team and sneak dissing Russ through Colin Cowherd. Glad that somebody put it to rest and forced this turnaround. Seahawks want Russell back. I know that the Seahawks definitely didn't have the greatest of days today. Tony says, greatest Bronco channel ever. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Russ seems to be way better in the 2-minute drill. That definitely does seem to be where Russell Wilson has thrived recently, has been in those 2-minute situations. So, I mean, if we can continue to get him in those hurry-up situations, that might showcase some more success for this team. All right, Broncos country, we're approaching 10 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and catch my train home. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me on this entire journey, guys. It has been one hell of a season, and only up from here to go, Broncos country. Wilson is proving all the haters wrong, and he has turned a lot of his playing skills around. He has some bad plays with the fumbles, but he makes up for it. Hopefully, he can keep the momentum going. Drew Lock threw a pick. Yeah, I did see that Drew Lock got into the game. I'm not sure why he got into the game. I didn't see why. I just saw on the Jumbotron that Drew Lock was in the game. Have a good one, wasting time. See you later. To be honest, the Seahawks fans are always up on Denver stuff. They miss Russ. I see them all the time in all comment sections. I mean, I think Seattle's okay with where they are, but I think a lot of Seattle fans are also happy to see Russell Wilson playing this well as well. Russ has been clutch when given the opportunity. He has, man. And I gotta continue to give love to my quarterback because he was awesome tonight. All right, Broncos country, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Before we dip out of here, if you guys could just leave a like on this stream, I would really appreciate it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.